Welcome to Burning Questions with Pistol Pete. This is a little interview thing we're doing with Torrington Collective. So you guys are,
New average standard.
yeah. What are you guys' influences and like inspirations for music?
Um, Definitely a lot of Midwest emo music these days.
Mm.
Facts. One of my favorites is Mom Jeans, and yeah, they were big inspiration for my music taste.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I think we can all agree, like, Oso.
Yeah, that was the
Oso.
second choice.
Joyce,
People always come to mind.
Joyce Manor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Joyce Manor.
Mm.
Joyce
Uh,
Manor's.
so, what what is it like performing for you guys? Like specifically, how do you feel? How do you get over any anxiety, stuff like that?
I definitely think from, like, the first show we did, which is the Crunch House we played with Rushing
Yeah,
Spring.
I heard about that last time. Last time.
Yeah, it was, that one was, like, our first time playing as, like, a band with another band at, like, what would actually be classified as, like, like a venue. And,
before it was just like my basement.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so getting over anxiety and stuff, it was like once you're in it, it's a weird feeling because you kind of expect to, at least I expected it to be kind of like a stage fright sort of situation, but when you realize that you're just like everyone is there to vibe, kind of rocking out, you're just like, oh my bad. When you're rocking out, it's just like this is sick, and you're more kind of occupied on making people like just like mosh as best like as hard as possible. So it kind of takes your
Yeah, I definitely get stage fright, and like anxiety, but you just play through it, you know. And like by the time you're like halfway through the first song, it's pretty much like melted when you realize everyone is like, vibing. So
All right. So, what advice do you have for people performing for the first time?
I would say just to like, just count on your musical brothers, whoever you're playing with, and just play what you're thinking, play what you feel, play your best. Don't worry about what people are like, would think about you or whatever, because in the end, you're just playing some epic music for them, and they're not really doing much. I mean, not like a not like a mean thing, but like that's just how it is, man.
yeah,
I would rock out to whoever was playing for me, just
Yeah.
because music's awesome.
well said, Joe. Well
Yeah.
said, Joe. I agree.
If you're playing live and you're doing your own shtick and you got your like it's all original, it's like just being able to share that is like dope. Like
Exactly.
you gotta just like you just gotta have fun in the fact that like what you're doing is amazing to you, and that shit like that to me helps when it comes to like playing and stuff.
Like not everyone gets to do that, and it's really special that we can. So
Big facts.
Okay, so I scrolled back in the Instagram as I do for all the interviews, and I found so it was a post. I don't know if it was the cover art for the project or not, but "Lonely Songs 2" with the kid with the Grim Reaper costume. Is that like one of you guys, like when you were little, or is that just a picture? Yeah, all right. I was yeah,
Just
I was wondering. Same thing with like the people in the Budweiser costume. Like, do you guys know them, or is that yeah? All right, that's dope.
That's all my family. I had the it's like I had an old photo. Well, it's like my mom, my dad, and like a few family friends.
Mm.
And I thought the picture was really cool. And then I remember when I was working on Cool, I was just kind of like, because the whole song is sort of about like drinking and kind of like all that stuff, and sort of it. So when I thought just drinking and all that, I was just like, yo, I gotta use the classic, I gotta use the classic pick.
Mm. Um.
such a good shot.
It is.
So what's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you guys at a show?
some chick lost her boots. She left her boots behind.
Oh
And we tried
yeah,
to find her.
yeah. That's the Noki Gallery. The
Mm.
Noki
Was
show.
it the one with David and Hallows and all them, or was that a different one?
Yeah, one fun the great David
Yeah,
and
that was her
Yeah,
show.
that was a good show. That was awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
my
It
my
was,
friend on the my friend fell asleep like damn near on David Taylor coffee because he was like his meds kicked in because he's on something for stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, it
he
was
fell
great.
asleep. It's
He
so
slept
funny.
through the entire concert straight. Like I don't know how he did it. But,
I wish we noticed so that we could have been like, this one's for the sleeping dude.
Write a song about him.
Oh my god,
Oh, that
sleeping
would be
guy
awesome.
concert.
So, do you have any just any other messages or uh anything for people, for viewers, for performers, anybody?
We got some new stuff brewing.
Mm.
If COVID wasn't up our rears, it'd probably already be like being played in a venue somewhere.
Yeah, honestly, like if we weren't doing all this like social distancing BS, we would already have a project like mostly done. I feel, but it's been like 2 weeks of like not seeing each other,
Mm.
so it's rough.
Yeah.
And if
so,
someone,
oh,
never
sorry,
mind.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you do anything that's like cool and artistic and stuff, then just keep doing it and just keep pursuing it because I don't know, it's just a good thing to do, man.
All originality, yo. You guys, if you got your own thing, do it.
So, how did you guys meet? Was it like, school, or was it just finding people
The
and
best.
getting
This is the
together?
best.
It's pretty lit. So I met Jake through mutual friends, and Jake ended up becoming our bassist after our older bassist Webster left. He went to the army, and I met Joe at an Oso Oso concert while we were waiting in line, and I was like, because it was me and a few of my pals. We all went to the show, and I just saw Joe listening to like Oso Oso's new album, and I was just like, yo, dude, are you liking that? Like, because it's one of those things that you do at concerts, because I'm not used to like talking to new people. I stay usually in my close knit group of friends, and so I started talking to Webb and Joe, and we all like clicked, and then ended up like just spending the whole concert jamming together. And it's like from there on, they told me that they were from Trumbull, and it was in New York, so it was like, what? You guys aren't from New York? Like, this is sick. You're from ZT. And jamming, I think, a few weeks later, if I'm right.
Like, I think like literally like 1 week later, like one whole week passed, and then we were like, next Saturday, we're doing it.
Yeah.
And then after that, we were like, all right, 2 weeks from now, we're gonna play a show.
And then, like I said, our bassist Webb went to the army, and then
That was kind of like his like leaving party / concert gig thing, and it was so lit.
And then it was funny because I say it's funny because I knew Jake played the bass, and at that point I had talked to Jake a few times, but then we started we were hanging out more in the same minute, and then I remember I think I either texted Jake or I was literally in person. I was just like, yo, dude, be our bassist. And I remember just like saying it, and I was like, oh shit.
Then we started practicing and writing stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a wrap from there.
Oh crap! All right, that was all the questions already. Damn, this went by fast. All right. Oh, all right. One more thing that I noticed while I was waiting. All right. All three of your guys' names start with J. Okay. Now, I'm just saying, like, perfect band name opportunity if you guys didn't pick New Average Standard would be the Jammin' Jays. Like,
Jammin' Jays.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we fumbled that one maybe, but I love our name, dude. New Average Standard just has such a nice ring to it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. All right.
That predates involved.
All right.
When did you guys come up with the name? Justin, how did you come
I
up?
never came up with it.
It's gonna be really funny, but the original name, like back in I think it was like 2014 when I started doing music, it was called Summer Kill List, and like
I didn't know this.
I know it was really weird, and so I didn't like the name, but I just used it as like just a filler, And then I remember I was laying on my carpet, and I was a little high, and I was just like, I need a name that's like not that. And I was just like putting words together, and I was just thinking like, man, well, and then I remember just coming up with like average standard, and I was like, that's weird, like that's a new one. And then I was like, new average standard. I was like, it had like a ring to it. I had no idea what it means, and I was, but over time,
Nice.
I developed its meaning. Like a lot of people ask me that, they're just like, yo, what does that name mean? And I'm just like, honestly, like, fill it in yourself.
That's nice.
You are the
Actually,
average standard.
that's a dope story. All right. So thank you guys for your time. This was Burning Questions with Pistol Pete, episode 4. So thank y'all for
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
like this
It was great.
great interview. Absolutely amazing. It's the first time I actually
Thank
did
you.
it correctly 100%.
Glad we could share it with you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. Peace. Have a good day.